Hello, this is Ken Kinter, and I'm checking in on day 35 of my journey through leukemia. So this is technically day 34 and 35. It was a weekend, so it was a little slower, and I'm debating doing every other day anyway, just to make it a little easier to view. So the deal with this weekend was tomorrow I'm going back in to be readmitted for 4 days, and for round 1B of chemo. They're putting me on a certain drug. I need to be in. So I'm going Monday, checking in and getting discharged Thursday. So it'll be a 4 day or less admission, which isn't so bad. However, I have a lot of anxiety about it. I've got my port in, but the port has hurt all weekend, and it really hurt on Friday when they put a line in it. So the pain is still there, and the pain is now in the chest instead of in the arm. So that's not great. So lately, when I've been getting drawn, I've had sweats, racing heart rate, climbing blood pressure, and it's bad draws. When they hit me fast, I'm fine, but the longer the draw goes, my anxiety, I guess it's my anxiety, spikes, and I'm very symptomatic. So I think they're going to start hitting me from a chair, even though I have the port in. I will show the port, but it's still covered at this point. Probably have more opportunity to show it when I'm in the hospital tomorrow anyway, just to show you what that's about. So maybe tomorrow will be more about the port. So this weekend was about trying to be normal and just trying to be home and be with my wife and enjoy my time. And again, be 100% for when I go in, because now I'm going in for 4 days and I have a clinic appointment Friday. So it's really a 5 day week, which is going to be brutal. I love my days off and I don't get any. So we got out and around today, went out, saw horses, and went to I think my favorite Mexican place, and actually had a meal in a restaurant, which I have not done in over 2 months. Again, I was taken off a neutropenic status, so I did not want to abuse it, but I did want to get out and about. And I'm weak and I'm easily fatigued, but I can get from point A to point B. So we did that. Managed to get out and have some fun, didn't exercise, but again, there's just moments where you feel normal and act normal, as if the illness weren't there. I drove back from the restaurant, which was nice. Also, I haven't driven my car in quite some time, weeks. So it was enjoyable to be able to do those things. Feeling independent, feeling normal, not feeling sick. These are all good things. Just being able to spend some time sleeping in with my wife was nice. Just not being rushed. Of course, also, it's a funny thing going in for this process. I had to take all of these pills, these sodium. What am I taking? Sodium bicarbonate, something like that. And they didn't have the right dose. So I'm taking like 12 pills, take like 6 of these and a bunch of other things all in a pop. And I definitely broke my record for number of pills taken in a day. I think it was way over 20 or 25 or something like that. And again, sodium bicarbonate is not dangerous or anything like that. They're just changing my pH. Apparently that's a big deal when I go in. So I have to do this pH thing. So I'm doing that. It was interesting being out today. I was aware of my appearance. I kept a hat on because if you've noticed, I've lost a lot of hair. I'm very thin on the sides. And the hair loss has also continued I didn't realize it was going to cover the mustache and beard too. This is not a shave. It's just sort of disappeared on its own. My body hair and everything is the same. Nothing's changed there, but yeah, pretty dramatic considering how thick it was. And I don't have to do any of this anymore. So that's interesting. So I was still aware of looking different. A waitress that I've at a restaurant I've been going to for 17 years. I wasn't sure if she recognized me today because of the weight loss and all that stuff. So that was odd, but it wasn't bothersome. I was just so happy to be out and doing things that people do and that I used to do, that it made me feel a lot better. and of course, a little negated by the fact that I'm, out of commission this whole week, but this is a necessary step. It's got pushed back a week because of the port being delayed due to the platelets. So this is the next necessary next step. And this gets me to get through this, and then I get to the quarterway mark through chemo. As I mentioned, there are 4 21-day sessions. So that's going to take me right through the summer, right into the fall, which again is necessary for my continued existence, but difficult to, one day at a time it through all those days. That's what we're doing. The only other thing that really went on this weekend was just Paige and I continuing to dialogue about symptoms and about the illness. I had real issues with headaches, which took some of the fun out of the late part of last week and a little bit of yesterday too. Really, really bad headaches. So that presents an issue because headaches is one of those few symptoms that just stops me from doing anything. I still have the grading to finish. The grades are done. I just have to put them in. And I need to do that tomorrow. I've put that off about as long as I can. Opted to relax and have a little more fun over the weekend. I figure I'm going to have some downtime in the hospital, but the headache is the only thing that can, really mess that up. So that is the plan for tomorrow. I guess the only other subject I would talk about today is, and I think I mentioned this 2 days ago, is just the idea of me focusing on the one day at a time approach, as far as not looking at the long term, not researching everything about the illness, and not getting bogged down in facts because I've got enough going on. I can feel my anxiety and I can feel my desire to not go to the hospital and not do the treatment and not do all that stuff. And so I'm just keeping it simple and saying, okay, nope, we're going to go and we're going to do this. And that's it. Just keeping it real simple, so that I don't use that information, make all sorts of elaborate excuses and intellectualize and ultimately do what I don't, not do what I need to do. So I think as long as treatment is working, I'm going to keep it to this very myopic approach. And if things get to the point where there isn't the benefit stops, or if there's a problem, then we'll start looking at other things. So I think that's the approach I'm going to stick with. There's part of me that's thinking, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so far, this has worked. So that's a good thing. I feel bad about leaving Paige for another couple of days. But it's a necessary thing. And you know what, maybe with me being in the hospital, she'll be spending a little less time taking care of me. And maybe that's a good thing. The other thing that happened of significance this weekend was, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get her over here. Miska, come here, Miska Bibbis. Come here. There's a doggie in the house now, but the doggie isn't coming over. I should have saved some popcorn or something. Oh, wait a minute. I know how to do this. Hang on just a second. Miska Bibbles. Miska Bibbles. Daddy's got something for you. Look at this. Let's see if we can get a doggie to appear. Come here. Come here. Come here, Bibbles. Come get it. That's the Miska Bibbles. So that's the doggie that couldn't be here when I was first here, but now she's here. So say hi to everybody, Miska. You're famous now. Anyway, done with the cookies. So now she's got other places to be. But anyway, so she's home, and it's very nice to have a doggie in the house. Doggies have good energy. And when I'm away in the hospital, Paige will have a little companionship in the house, even though the doggie's a little more work. I think it's, she more than makes up for that and just being around. So anyway, with that, I'm going to go into my exciting, chaotic week. So you all have a good one. I'll check in from the hospital and let you know how round 1B is going. Hopefully it's unremarkable. So far, so good, right? So we'll keep that going. So anyway, all the best. Keep the keep the thoughts and prayers and attentions coming. I appreciate it. And believe me, they're all reciprocated. I'm sending them all out, to y'all as well. So you take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow night wearing less fashionable threads in a less desirable physical environment. The only corollary is if I have a roommate. I might have to be on good behavior if I have a roommate. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.